Hey guys, and welcome to another installment here of our mystery build, which is, I guess, no longer a mystery, right? Because now we're actually into it, and we did a big reveal on our last episode where we told you it was Haunted Mansion, right? The one behind me. Uh, just quick recap. Those of you who didn't know, uh, this build, if you look at the last video, we did reveal that we're doing the Florida version of the Haunted Mansion, and we've been through all that where there's several that are scattered all over the place across the globe, actually. 6 different locations from Walt Disney World to Disneyland, and like I said, 4 other places worldwide. But, so what we have today is our next installment where we're showing what's going on, what's our progress, and where we're going. So without further ado, as you can see, there's been some changes. Okay, so uh, going over here to the module, and let me see if I can do this without screwing it all up. There we go. Okay, so uh, what we're looking at here is the module itself of the Haunted Mansion. Uh, since our last episode, we have put or I should say, I've constructed the cover, and we put the uh, plexiglass in place, Lexan, whatever you want to call it, uh, and it is ready to go. I'm holding it there with these clamps because I haven't installed it yet because I haven't done any work on the inside of it. My goal was, and before I did that, was to make sure that I get the enclosure, that I get it all set up, and it's ready to go. I have been running some tests with it. Um, I have a couple of different iPads. I have 3 in total, actually. Uh, right now, the one I'm going to use for this, I'm uh, compiling the video or whatever you want to call it. It's working its magic right now. Because when this goes to a show, it's got to run continuously for hours on end. Okay, so a show usually runs on a Saturday. It'll run 8 hours, and then you got to set it up beforehand. So I've made a continuous video that will run for over 9 hours. It's almost 9.5 actually. So that's why it's taking the other iPad so long, because it's an older generation iPad and it's got to go through all this, blah, blah, blah. It was a lot of work, and it's still being a lot of work. So right now it's doing its thing. I'm letting it alone, but I had to get this video out because I skipped a week, okay? And that was because I was at the show in Altoona. And the reason I didn't do anything down there is I got tied up with other stuff. And I mean, I was at Altoona. If I saw any of you there, or if anybody saw me there that's subscribed to the channel, great. I'm glad I met you and saw you, whatever. Um, some of my modules were down there. The 2 Canyon modules were down there, as well as the tornado was there, and a couple others I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, oh, the Jurassic Park, that's right. Jurassic Park was down there. And we got a lot of compliments on the work, and I appreciate all the compliments. And if any of you are looking for videos from that show, I know DJ's Trains was down there, and he did a lot of videos. Matter of fact, if you follow him on not YouTube, well, YouTube also, but on Facebook, He just said that he posted some. I haven't looked at them yet, so I couldn't vouch for them. I'm probably going to get to that sometime today or tomorrow or something. But at any rate, there's another guy, Big G, Trains and Coasters, I believe it is. He's also a member of the Iron City N Scale. So, give him a look up. He's going to be posting, or if he didn't already, he will be posting some videos for Altoona. So, with that said, I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there who might didn't. I mean, I saw a bunch running around with, camcorders, whatever. I guess that's an old school term, but anyway, there was lots of people down there who were doing taping, recording, whatever you want to call it. So there's going to be a lot of videos out there. So be on the lookout, and you'll see some of my modules, I'm sure, out there. Because we had a lot of people looking around, taking pictures and videos and stuff like that. But anyway, getting back to our project. So the enclosure is done. And like I said, I have the means. I'm going to use these are going to go up along on the inside, and there's a double-sided, well, this is Velcro, so I'll be sticking these on there and then securing them to the side with a couple of screws. But I'm not doing this just yet because I want to be able to go and do all the interior work. I don't want to take this glass out. Okay, that's the key. That's the bottom line. So instead of doing that, I want to do a quick demonstration when I get to that point. In this video, I want to do I have a YouTube video that I'm going to play. Bear with me because this isn't what I'm using. I have other ones that, like I said, I've made that are related to the Haunted Mansion, and some that aren't, but it's going to be interesting. But right now I can't use that one because I'm, like I said, it's getting ready. But so so putting that aside, I looked at this. Okay, now it looks great when the video is playing, but I noticed it needed something. It needed the interior for sure needed lit. And then another video that I watched, a fellow when he made something similar to this, but wasn't an N-scale module. It was just like I said, a display. He also had ground lights. There was things that they weren't shining out towards the viewer. They were shining in, but not real like, in your face and, look like a beacon. They were just focused away from the viewer so that it just lit up the interior a little bit. So I'm looking at getting some of that, and to do how do I want to say, not a demonstration, but to simulate that. My wife was kind enough to provide me with one of her Bethlehem lights. These are those fairy lights. So what my plan is, okay, so no, this is in like not like a twinkle mode, but like a pretty quick fade in and out kind of thing. There's a whole pile of them in there. Plus I have a few on the exterior to see just how it would look together. Let me see if I can focus you guys in a little bit better on that, a little tighter shot. So we can do this. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, yeah, I could see it does go against the glass, but that's because they're not focused. Okay. Now, what will happen is you won't, these won't be like up in the air kind of thing. They'll be down on the ground, obviously, and like I said, there'll be maybe one on this side, one on this side, and I'm not sure, maybe one or two out here on the perimeter, or somewhere and facing in on the front. but they won't be, you know, that's how I want, I just want to highlight the building a little bit, and then maybe put a few on the interior, but all like the outside ones would probably be like a soft white or maybe a yellow. I don't know. Something I have to look into it. The interior, I definitely want to put like a green because that really looks neat with it being green because I've seen that already. Um, but I haven't decided yet how I want to do the exterior. So it's probably going to be like two, like one out here and one over here for the green, and then we're gonna go with maybe green or white. I'm not sure. Out here on the perimeter, and then I have to look into getting some gravestones because I gotta have a few. Um, we're gonna check that out, see how it is. You know how this is for space. I would kind of like to, but we'll see how that goes. It it looks, now that I look at it and I can see how much room that takes up on the interior once you block everything in, it may not be able to use those gravestones. Now I can get a fence with a gate that I would put right here in the front. That's a definite. Um, I may just not bother with the gravestones, even though those would go with the haunted mansion. Uh, we'll see, because I do have those spooky trees that we made a while ago, and I could put one on either side in the back and a couple here out in the front, uh, and that would help fill that in. So we're going to see how this goes, but I think definitely that's where I'm going to go with that. So let me uh, get out of this, go back to that. Okay, so just stick with me a second, and I am going to come over here and we're going to switch this out to go to the wide mode. Okay, and I want to see if this works that I can show you. Okay, so this is my access for the iPad, and I've turned the volume down because you got copyright things going on, and the way YouTube is with copyrights, I don't want anything to come of it. So there you go. Now let me zoom back in again. So there is our ghosts, okay? And you can see, even with those interior lights blinking away, it's not drastic, but I will turn these off so that you can see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so that's how it would look without any lights. Okay, now I have, just so you know, I have an overhead light here, which is just your standard, room light. There's a couple 100-watt bulbs in it. So at a show, this is not getting washed out. Okay, it's showing really well on that glass. So I think this effect is going to be awesome, and I hope that you guys think the same way as I do. And like I said, looking at it now, and this is cool. This is a Bob Marley kind of thing. I've heard the video. It's hard to tell that it's him because it's not the greatest quality, but you can, when you hear the video, it's Bob Marley from what's that? Christmas, not Christmas Story. Anyway, that that video will show very well, and when I'm looking at it, I mean, it looks like, you know, it's physical. Oh, okay, so we're going to a commercial. I'm sorry. We gotta. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but we'll kill this video if I can. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Okay, sorry about that. So anyway, that's what we got, and I think it's really awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to see the next phase. So what the next phase is going to wind up being is the interior here. We're going to start and put down some what do you call that stuff? The clay. I think I'm going to use that because it's got some weight to it. Okay, this MDF stuff has got some weight to it. So we'll go in and we'll start doing the scenery part of it. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use those fairy lights, but if you remember way back in, maybe it was episode 2 or 3, 2 I think, we did the trak and also installed the electrical for it, and we have electrical drop, which will work perfectly because I found LEDs that are small and powerful and will do exactly the blinking that I want using DCC power. They're not super expensive. I think they're, I want to say $4 a piece, which really isn't bad considering I don't have to go and buy, okay, so if they were only a couple bucks, but then I gotta go out and spend 15 plus shipping for a distribution, thing to attach to tap into the DCC. So we're not even involved with that. That's not even going to happen. Don't have to worry about it. But I think this will be perfect using those DCC compatible LEDs. And like I said, I'm not going to need a lot. I'll probably buy the 4 for the exterior around the mansion, and definitely 2 green for the interior. But we'll have to see how that all goes. My biggest thing is I want to light the front of the building itself. The back I don't care so much about, but I mean, it looks a lot brighter on camera than it looks in person. Trust me. So I will be doing that and install those. And like I said, I'll have to get the fence, and the fence will go across the front, make a path, down to the gate, and then it's just standard, wrapping it up with some ballast and stuff like that. But the hardest part for me is done. Okay, installing the glass, not going to be an issue. I already got, have what I need right here well, that fades right out, doesn't it? Well, I got these guys, and they're going to work just fine for installing that glass, and that's probably about it. So short and sweet today. Remember, like, share, subscribe. And like I said, go to those guys. Go to DJ's Trains, Big G Trains and Coasters, and anybody else. Like I said, I'm sure I missed a lot of people that have Altoona videos out there. But I said, those two guys, I know for sure were there. They did some videos. Go out and check them out. Make sure you support their channels as well as mine. And also go to Klawndyke's, Klawndyke.com. That's where this module came from, the basic module itself. That's it. So have a great one, and I'll catch you on the next time. See you around.